Welcome to our team Zoom, and every Monday night we're here to help give you information to share and help build health. And whether this is your first Zoom or you join us every Monday, we hope that you find value and you learn some new things and you have some ideas that you can share and help yourself and help others. And tonight our topic is on the Prove It Challenge. And we're going to break this down and get you thinking of maybe some reasons why the Prove It Challenge, and just to help give some understanding of what this is. And I think a lot of times when people hear something like this, they consider it to be a diet. And that is the first thing we want to highlight, is this is not a diet. This is 100% something that has been clinically proven to help with building better health. And we love to hear testimonials. And I know there are several of you on here that have some great things you could share with us. But I do like to highlight that we only have 20 minutes. So I like to pack in information. And then if you have questions, we can definitely go through some of those things here at the end. But when we start looking at some of our health goals, we all have different needs. Whether it's trying to reset your body, you're trying to give your body more nutrition, maybe you need to help with cravings, maybe it's improving your sleep, it could be weight loss, it could be mood. We all have an area in our health that we could improve on. And that's where I think that this Prove It Challenge is very unique. And the fact that these products that we're talking about that are involved with this Prove It Challenge have been used for hundreds of years to help with actually supporting the body using nature, but yet it's clinically proven by science. And when we look at the research that's behind this specific program in particular, there is over 30 years of research backing this program in particular. And love the fact that what we are trying to do with Shaklee, and this is why we are so passionate about offering these Monday night Zooms every week, is because we want to help with building health and not waiting till we're sick to looking at options. And this is what the Prove It Challenge is really designed for. This is at every level of health, whether it's just to get started on, again, your journey of health. Maybe you are an Olympic athlete. We even have Olympic athletes that do our Prove It Challenge. This is designed for every person at every level to help with where they're at. So I love that, because it could even be someone that has a medical condition. We've got diabetics that do this program. We have, cancer patients. We've worked with all types of different health reasons. And you know what? Every single one of them will tell you, that in one way or another, they found a beneficial portion of this that really helped to teach them something. And that's what we're about. We want to make sure that you're educated, you have the knowledge, and you know why you are doing this. And I always am a huge fan of educating people on the science behind this. So I have been in the health and wellness industry for many years, and I think that one of the things that's lacking with diets and trends out there is the science and the research. And I'd just like to highlight this here really fast, that this landmark study was a 25-year study that was done on helping to explain that people that use Shaklee products live longer, healthier lives. And that's where this Prove It Challenge actually stemmed from. And as I mentioned, this is the perfect program that is adaptable to all levels of health. And this is a 30-day program. So it starts with a challenge. This is what we begin with. And we're going to break down this program to help you kind of understand what it's about. And our goal is to help you feel better in any way that we can. And like I was saying a little bit ago, that we all have some different goals. And that's where I love the fact that we can prove it in any way we need to help with our health. So let's start out here with first understanding why we should start with a cleanse. There's a lot of different cleanses out there. There's a lot of different programs out there, and many of them are very unsafe and actually do more harm than good. And that's where I think that this cleanse is very different. You can have as many fruits and vegetables as you want. We are trying to build health using whole nutrition and using the right supplements to support our diet. So when you look at the program that's revolved around what is in these little packets here, we have a morning packet and a night packet. And each of the supplements in there have a specific target. And we want to actually be cleaning out every single organ in our body. Now, a cleanse is not something we do monthly. This would be something that we do maybe every 3 to 4 months. Some people do it a couple times a year. But this is going to be a very intense way, without messing up your metabolism, to jumpstart your health, because you get to eat as much as you want. Again, we're trying to get you more on the focus of how we should be eating and incorporating whole foods. But it's only fruits and vegetables for 7 days. That is the cleanse portion. And we're going to walk through the different supplements here that are actually in the cleanse. So we kind of have an understanding of what those products are in there. But here's some of the research that is found after the 7-day cleanse, what was found. We talked a little bit about the beginning, something as simple as improving our energy. That's a big need for many of us. And I know this time of year, this can be an important concept to help us to just get through every day, helping with sleep, jump-starting weight loss, and looking at the average weight loss, is great as a starting foundation to help jump-starting someone's health, almost 7 pounds. But the really big thing to highlight that I always point out is the waist circumference. I just actually had someone that did the program, started the cleanse a week and a half ago, and was amazed that the weight loss was about 4 pounds, but off the waist was 2.5 inches. And that is a really great jump start for getting our bodies to be working how they're supposed to be. And we also want to highlight that when we're doing a cleanse, we create a lot of habits in our life, and we really want to do our best to be resetting those habits. So, it could be digestive health, and maybe your digestive system seems sluggish. You may notice you're, not having regular bowel movements. You may notice that you have some type of symptom, and we want to highlight that those symptoms are oftentimes a sign of a deficiency. And that's why we are working hard to first prepare our body with a cleanse, and then rebuilding our health leading into the strip and the shake. So just to kind of give you an idea of what's in these little packets here in the morning and night supplements. So some of the things that's included in here, we have our Herblax, there's Optiflora DI, there's alfalfa, and there's a liver detox. And I'm just going to kind of give you just a real quick summary of what those products are and how they work. So our Herblax is, just like you heard the word laxative, it was original Dr. Shaklee formula, and it is designed to not necessarily be a extremely, it flushes out everything out of your body. It's very gentle. So I always highlight it's 90% detoxifier and 10% laxative, is not habit forming. Any of Shaklee products can be used with medications that you're going to be incorporating with this program. And it's not going to be, causing what a lot of people are worried about, where they're going to have to be in the bathroom all the time. It's very gentle, and it helps to regulate our bowels. But at the same time, the key component we're really working on also is cleansing and detoxifying our colon. So each one of the products is working on a specific organ. So the other thing that's in there is going to be our liver DTX, which our liver, if you know much about your liver, it actually has over 500 known functions. It is a crucial organ for health. And we need to make sure our liver is getting rid of what we don't need, and that our liver is actually creating for almost every single function in your body. It plays a part in it. So our liver, we really need to make sure we're protecting, we're cleansing that, and that's what that liver detox is for. A lot of these products you can actually use longer than the cleanse, but these are the products that, again, have been clinically proven and studied to help with making sure we are targeting those specific organs. Also in these little packets, we have some alfalfa, and alfalfa has so many properties. It's known as the king of the plants. It actually has roots that grow 15 feet deep, and it's very nutrient rich. And one of the key things is it's very alkaline. If you look at fruits and vegetables, the average fruit or vegetable is 1 to 10 units alkaline. And the alfalfa that's in here is over 130 units alkaline. So you think of a concentrated, deep, rich green salad, you got it with alfalfa. So a lot of properties of what that does, and that's why it's an important part of the cleanse. We also, have in there our DI, and I think that anywhere you turn right now, you hear something about gut health. And that Optiflora DI has 4 strains to help with improving gut health. And if you think of what your internal organs go through and the amount of work that they do every day, we need to continue building up that good bacteria. This time of year, 80% of your immune system's in your gut. We need to keep flushing in the good and getting out the bad. And even, your gut produces over 95% of your serotonin. So even we talk about, thinking clearer and being able to focus, a lot of that is unbelievable that it can stem from your gut health. So this is the importance of doing our cleanse first. So we want to highlight that. That is going to be days 1 through 7. And then we lead into days 8 through 30, where we start to move into our targeted nutrition. So what happens when we go into days 8 through 30? We're going to continue to focus on more whole foods. We're trying to keep out as much of the junk as we can. And then we're going to incorporate one shake or two shakes a day, depending on your goals, and your strip of vitamins. Now, when we look at these strip of vitamins, this is like a mega multi. This has in there, everything to cover your basis of what you need targeting towards health. So when you want an ultra bioavailable, released at the right time product, this is the Vitalizer strip. So it doesn't matter if you're new to taking vitamins or you've been taking vitamins for many years. This is an excellent comprehensive formula that covers your multivitamins, your probiotics, your vitamin B, your vitamin C, your carotenoids, your omegas, your E's. It has just a superior quality that really allows us to get what we need from our micronutrient standpoint. So this is why the strip and the shake are so important to do together. So this strip in here has your vitamins, your minerals, etc., that are needed by our body. Again, clinically proven. This has come from, again, all of the research to lead to what is in this Vitalizer strip. Now, there are three options here. There's women, there's the men, and then there's the gold. So the gold is going to be for those 50 and older. And the big difference in that is that it's designed to, as we age, we have different nutrient levels. So as those nutrient levels change, that's why we have the gold. It has specific targeted nutrients for aging. The difference between the men and the women's has iron, the men's doesn't. So you can kind of, pick and choose where you're at just because it says women. Again, the main difference is really that it has iron in it. So this is also great as a prenatal. So, the cleanse can be used for all different areas of health. We can definitely even cater it towards pregnant and nursing. So great options for, again, doesn't matter any need that you have. We've had kids that have done our cleanse with us. We, love the fact that it is very friendly and just helping to build better health. And here's a great illustration of just showing what that Vitalizer strip does as it breaks down in our system. Each one of those supplements has a targeted area. And this is key because when you take vitamins, you don't always know exactly what they're doing, where they're going, but this is where the clinical studies come in, right? That we know that every single one of these has been proven to do what it says it's going to do, and it's never going to be altered or changed. There's never been a recall on any Shaklee products ever since Shaklee started, and that is definitely part of the Shaklee difference. And love the fact that this is time released, so it continues to stay in your system. So, this Vitalizer strip really is a excellent comprehensive option that we should take all the time. As far as I'm concerned, these are many of the things we don't get in our diet, and that's where the supplementation becomes very, very important. So this is why we have the Vitalizer. There is no way that any of us could generally eat all of these foods every day and these amount of quantities to get what's in one of those Vitalizer strips. And as we look at the Life Shake, why are we incorporating this as part of our Prove It Challenge? We talked about the micronutrients using the Vitalizer strip, but we also have to focus on our macronutrients. So when you look at the macronutrients, those are going to be your amino acids, your carbohydrates, etc. And those are what's found in our Life Shakes. Now there's different options. You have plant-based, you have soy-based, and really it's just a depending factor on where you like the taste the most. If you're allergic to soy, yes, you could do plant, but for the most part, most people choose to go with soy. So this is our foundation, okay? Along with those vitamins, this is help giving us everything we need to use as a building block for health. Now you can use it as a meal replacement. It's a perfect balanced meal, low glycemic, and the raw materials are what is needed to help build, repair, and fuel basically every system in your body, from your bones, your muscles, your hormones, your enzymes, your skin, your hair, your joints, antibodies, your nerves, heart, lungs, digestive system, everything. And when you look at this, it has what you need from fat, carbohydrates, and the protein and the fiber to make this balanced. And a lot of those things that, again, even from a fiber standpoint, the average American should have over 25 grams a day in fiber. And that's, equivalent if you think about, you eat maybe an apple that has about 3 grams of fiber. Many people struggle to get enough fiber in their diet. So even starting out with something like this, it's a high quality type of fiber. You can start out right away with, getting at least 6 grams of fiber and having one of these shakes. That's a great start, just as that as an example. But also it has in there digestive enzymes and is a great component for also helping with weight loss. This has leucine in there, helping with muscle mass. And as we look at all the things that it supports, protein is needed in every cell of our body, and having a plant-based protein is much more readily absorbed than using a lot of our proteins from things like meat or dairy, because they can take longer to break down. And oftentimes many people are sensitive to things that are in dairy, things that are in gluten. So it's great that all of the Life Shakes are gluten-free, they're vegan, they're dairy-free. You know, you have options, and it's nice that there's different flavors, but it is a comprehensive, the most balanced meal you can get, and a quick option. So love these, convenient, and we kind of highlighted a bunch of the things talking about, you know, some of the things you see here on the screen, but the leucine in there, you know, I just, again, really want to highlight that is a key for helping with muscle mass, helping your body to burn fat, improve your metabolism. And that's why this is a great thing to incorporate for those that are trying to lose weight. And even after you continue the 30 days, if weight loss is a continued goal for you, you could actually incorporate using the shakes twice a day, working on 1 balanced meal and 2 healthy snacks to really help continuing with that journey of weight loss. And the key thing with these Life Shakes too, to mention really fast, is that of all the studies that have been done, every person that has lost weight, 100% of the weight loss is coming from fat and not muscle. And that is a key concept, because many of the programs out there revolving around diet, generally they're losing weight and it's coming from muscle. And that is something, again, as we continue building our health, that we really want to be aware of, looking at the long-term consequences of that and how it can mess up your metabolism and how it's not going to really help support you long-term. So something else really exciting, we are offering a promotion this month that, you know, most of our members on our team have, you know, put together here a little program. So we're going to talk to you about that, and feel free to mention this to the person that invited you to this if they want to also be offering this program. But this is something specific to Shaklee, actually. This isn't from us, but a great thing, if you share this program, maybe you want to do it with a spouse, you can actually get paid bonuses right away on this. So if you have any interest in that, we'd be happy to explain it. But it's kind of a cool option that, let's say you and your spouse want to do it, and that's who we're promoting for this month of February, then maybe you get a friend to do it with you. You could get a $25 bonus off from your friend doing it with you. We're also going to be giving you $15 off each kit and a free shaker bottle per person. And our goal is to help you be successful. Like I was mentioning at the very beginning of this, our goal is to support you wherever you're at in your health, wherever you're at in your journey. And that's what this is all about, is making a difference. And we are definitely here for you, and hope that you found this helpful. So if you have some questions, feel free to go ahead and unmute yourself now, or if I missed something, feel free to add on. So anything you guys would like to mention or add, feel free to do that now. Just make sure you unmute yourself really fast. Or if you even have a testimonial, we'd love to hear from you.
Hey, Amanda, I got a question. Remind me again why there's no protein in those first 7 days?
Great question, Chris. You're giving your digestive system a break. Protein takes energy to break down. And for 7 days, we don't want that. And it actually really helps to reset all of the digestive properties that happens when we have to break down protein. So we do have, you know, if someone is diabetic and they have to incorporate a small amount, that's okay. But generally, it is often a mindset that during these 7 days, you're also just resetting your body from thinking you have to have a high amount of protein. So it's all about that breakdown process, that we don't need it for 7 days, but that's also why we don't do this all the time, because protein is a building block, and, you know, we need all of those macro and micronutrients. So good question, Chris.
Thank you.
Good. Anybody else? All right. I am going to go ahead and stop